Hello students, today the next part of the chapter linear inequalities, that is the third part of the chapter. In this part of the chapter, we are going to discuss some word problems based on the concept of linear inequalities. So let's see the first word problem. Here in this question, the marks obtained by a student in class 11th in first and second terminal examination are 62 and 48. It means here it is given to us that a student scored 62 and 48 marks in first and second examination. Find the minimum marks he should get in the annual examination to have an average of at least 60 marks. At least 60 marks. In this, let X be the marks obtained in annual examination. Actually, we don't know the marks scored in annual examination. That's why we are considering it as X. Let X be the marks that he or she obtained in annual examination just to score of average at least 60 marks. Average at least 60 marks. So how can we find the average? Average means here we are having the three examination, that is 62 in first exam, 48 in second exam, and let the X be in third exam. If we divide the sum of these three by 3, we will get the average marks. But this average marks, according to the question, is at least 60. If these marks are at least 60, it means, see, it is given that the average marks is at least 60. Therefore, we can write it as average marks is greater than equal to 60. Why it is greater than equal to? It is greater than equal to means the average marks is equal to 60 or more than 60. It means the marks is at least 60. At least 60. Therefore, now see, here is the average marks, and average marks are greater than equal to 60. Therefore, average marks are greater than equal to 60. Now, to get the marks in third annual examination, we have to solve this linear inequation for X. Now, how can we solve this equation for X? Is there any way or is there any method to solve this? Yes, we know this. Simple. Just bring this 3 to RHS. So here 62 plus 48 plus X greater than equal to 60 into 3. Now what is 60 into 3? It is 180. 62 plus 48, it's 110 plus X. Now take this 110 to RHS. That is X greater than equal to 180 minus 10. Now what is 180 minus 10? It is 70. X is greater than equal to 70. So what does it mean? Actually this is the value of X greater than equal to 70. It means, what it means? It means this is the final answer. Hence, the minimum marks the student should obtain in the annual test is greater than or equal to 70. It means 70 or more. 70 or more. Now let's see another question. Here in this question, a solution is kept between 68 and 77 Fahrenheit. Now what is the range in temperature degree Celsius if the conversion formula is given by this? Actually, in this question, what we want to keep our temperature Fahrenheit is between 68 and 77. It means value of F is greater than equal to 68 or less than equal to 77. Actually, we want to keep our temperature between 68 and 77. So how can we change this? See, here we have given the formula of conversion of Fahrenheit and Celsius. So for this, given that the solution is to be kept between 68 and 77, for this just put F equal to 68, F equal to 68 here in this conversion formula, F equal to 68, here put F equal to 68, then 9 upon 5C, 9 upon 5C plus 32 plus 32. After this, (68), take this 32 to LHS, 68 minus 32, it is 36, 9 upon 5C as it is. Again simplifying this, what we will get? 36 into 5 upon 9, it is equals to C. C is equals to 36 into 5 upon 9. 9 4 ja 36 and 5 4 ja 20. It means here the value of C is 20 when we have kept F equal to 68. Similarly, put F equal to 77 in the same conversion formula here. Again put F equal to 77, then let's see, here F equal to 77, then 9 upon CF plus 32. Again simplification, how can you simplify it? Just take the 32 LHS. So 77 minus 32, it gives us 45 equals to 9 upon 5C. Again on simplification of this, we will get 45 into 5 upon 9 and 9 5 ja 45, 5 5 ja 25. It means here the value is 25. When we have kept F equal to 77, then we have the value of C is 77, it's 25. Therefore, for F equal to 68, C become 20, and for F equal to 77, C become 25. Now what is the range of the temperature in Celsius? It's very clear from this solution that is C is having the values greater than equal to 20 to less than equals to 25. This is the range of C according to this question which is given to us. Let's see one more example to clear the concept of inequality. In this question, a solution of 8% boric acid is to be diluted by adding a 2% boric acid solution in it. What is the meaning of diluted? Diluted means we want to add 2% boric acid solution in 8% boric acid solution, and the resulting mixture is to be resulting mixture means after the mixing of these two mixture, 2% boric acid and 8% boric acid. After mixing these two solutions, the resulting mixture is more than 4% but less than 6%. If we have 640 liters of 8% solution, it means the solution which is having the concentration of 8% boric acid is 640 liters. Then how many liters of 2% solution will have to be added to make the resulting mixture between 4 and 6? It means we want to add 2% of boric acid solution to 8% of boric acid solution. So let X liter of 2% boric acid solution is required to be added. It means if it is given to us 640 liter and we want to add X liter of 2% boric acid solution in 640 liter of 8% boric acid solution. So the resulting total mixture will be X plus 640. Why it is X plus 640? X is this 2% boric acid solution and 640 here it is given. So therefore total mixture is X plus 640 liters. But in this total resulting mixture, what is given to us? It is given that the resulting mixture is between 4 and 6. The resulting mixture is between 4 and 6. So according to question, the 2% of X, why we have taken here 2% of X? Because total solution of this type is X liter, and in this X liter only 2% is acid. So 2% of X plus 8% of 640. Again we have taken here 8% of 640. It means in this 8% boric acid solution only 8% is acid and rest is water. So how much content of acid in this 640 liter? It is only 8%. And this total acid content of the resulting mixture, this is the total acid content of the resulting mixture, which is more than 4%, which is more than 4%. So it means it is greater than 4% of 6 plus 640. This is the first equation according to the question. But again, one thing is also given to us, that this resulting mixture is also less than 6%. It is greater than 4 but less than 6. So again 2% of X plus 8% of 640, it means the total acid content of the mixture is less than 6% of the total. This is the total X plus 640. X plus 640, this is the total mixture, and the 6% of this total is the total acid content of the mixture. That's why here we are having the two inequations. After solving these two inequations, we will get the value of X. Now considering this equation as first and this as second. Now solving 1 and 2. Let's see the first equation. In this first equation, what is given? 2% of X plus 8% of 640 is greater than equal to 4% of 640. How can we solve this? Just simplify this. 2% of X, 8% of 640, and 4% of 640 plus x. It can be also written as like this: 2% of x means 2 upon 100 x plus 8% means 8 upon 100 of 640. It is greater than, it is 4% means 4 upon 100 and the total mixture, that is x plus 640. Now again simplifying this, let's see what is after the simplification of this. After the simplification, see 100, 100 and 100. It means 100 from LHS and 100 from RHS cancel out each other. And this is the simplest form: 2x 8 into 640, 5120, greater than 4 into x, 4x, and 4 into 640, it is 2560. And after simplification of this, take this 2560 to LHS and 2x to RHS. Then on simplification we will get 2560 is greater than 2x, that is 2560 upon 2, and on simplification we will get 1280. So this is one of the value of x. And in this, in the similar way, we can solve the second equation, that is 2% of x plus 8% of 640 is less than equal to 6% of x plus 40. Actually this is given in the question, that's why we are taking here less than 6%. Then on simplification, what we will get, here we will get, see, 2% of x plus 8% of 640 is greater than, actually it is wrongly written, the correct symbol is less than 6% of x plus 640. Again on simplification of this, we will get 2x, this 100, 100 and 100. 100 from LHS, cancel out the 100 of RHS. Then 2x plus 8 into 640, it is 5120. Sign of less than equal to, it is okay, it is right one. Then 6x into this one, 3840. Now take this 2x to LHS and 3840 to RHS. When we make these transformations, then we will get the expression like this one: 5120 minus 3840, it is 1280. Sign of less than, here it is, and 6x minus 2x, it is 4x. Then again on simplification, see, it is 320. How it come? It's very simple: 1820 upon 4, the symbol of like this, 4, cancel out this by 320, the value of x is 320 and x is greater than 320. Now we are having the two values. Number one, from first equation it is less than 1280, and from second equation here the values of x are greater than 320. By combining these two equations 1 and 2, what we will get? We will get this one. Here x is greater than 320, x is greater than 320, x is less than 1280, x is less than 120. So combining 1 and 2, we will have this solution set of x. Then hence the resulting answer is what? Let's see. Thus the number of liters of 2% boric acid, 2% boric acid solution that is to be added to have more than 320 liter but less than 1280 liter. By using this interval, we have the value of X. It is more than 320 liters and less than 1280 liter. Yani this much amount of 2% boric acid solution, if we add in 8% boric acid solution to make the resulting mixture between 4 and 6%, this is the right answer. And see one more example of the same kind. In the same question, see here, a manufacturer has 600 liter of 12% solution of acid. It means a manufacturer is having a solution of 600 liter in which 12% is the acid. How many liters of 30% acid solution must be added to the acid content in the resulting mixture will be more than 15% but less than 18%. It means here also we are having the two solutions. One is having the 12% concentration and another one is having the 30% acid solution. The first 12% acid solution is 600 liter, and how much 30% acid solution will be added in this 600 to get the resulting mixture between 15 to 18. Again, by using the same concept, let's see the quantity of existing solution. What is the existing solution quantity? That is 600. It is given to us. We are having the 600 liter of 12% acid solution. Now we want to add X liter of 30%. Actually, we are not having the exact quantity of 30% acid solution. In this question wants to know that how much 30% acid solution we need to add in 600. So let's, in this 600 liter, it is given in this question that is only 12% is acid. So amount of acid in existing solution is only 12% of 600. 12% of 600 means 12 upon 100 into 600, that is 72 liter. It means in this 600 liter, acid content is only 72 liter and rest of the solution is of water. Now next, let the quantity of 30% acid solution which we want to add, that will be X. Let's consider that this X liter 30% solution we are going to add in this 600 liter. If we add X liter in this 600, so what will be the quantity of resulting mixture? The quantity of resulting mixture will be 600 plus X. Now what is the acid content in this X liter of 30% solution? Amount of acid in the added solution. What will be the added solution? X liter of 30% acid solution. So it means in this X liter we are having only the 30% acid. It means 30% of X, it is 0.3x. This is the net acid content in 30% acid solution. Now see here, this the table is volume of solution, existing only 600 that we have given, amount of acid is 72. Why it is 72? because acid content is only how much? How much it was? It was 12%. See, it was 12% solution of acid in 600. Only 12%. That's why in this table 72 is only the 12% of 600. In the similar way, the new one that we have added, that is X liter, and only 30% of this X. In this question, 30% of X is acid. So total acid content is 72 plus 0.3x, and the total solution is 600 plus x, that is this one. According to equation, what is given to us? We have given that amount of acid in the total mixture should be more than 15%. It is more than 15%. If it is more than 15%, then amount of acid in the total mixture, is greater than 15% of the total. What is total? Total is 600 plus x. What is the amount of acid content in the total mixture? It is the acid content in the total mixture. So according to equation or according to problem, what we have? We have one equation of this amount of acid, that is 72 plus 0.3x. It is greater than 15% of total. 15% of total. Now on simplification of this, we will have 72.3x, and this 15 upon 100 can be written as 0.15, and it is multiplying by x plus 600. Then we will get 0.15x plus 0.15 into 600. And again on simplification, 72.3x is greater than 0.5x, and multiplication of this, it will give us 90. Then next 0.3x, take this 0.15 to LHS and 72 RHS. Then 90 minus 72, it gives us 18. Here it is 18. And 0.3x minus 0.15x, 0.3x minus 0.15x means 0.30x minus 0.15x, it will give us 0.15x, and this again 0.15 can be written as 15 upon 100 x. So here it is 1500 x greater than 18, and on simplification of this, x equals to means x is greater than 18 into 100 upon 15. Now simplify this. On simplification, what we will get? On simplification of this, what we will get? What is the value of x? The value of x is greater than 120. This is the value of x. When we are using the information which is given in the question, that is amount of acid total mixture should be more than 15%. If the mixture is more than 15%, then the values of x are greater than 120. So this is the first part of the question in which we are having the value of x. But in the next part again, what is given to us? That is the given total mixture should also be less than 18%. It should be less than 18%. So in the second part of the same question, again what is given to us? It is the amount of acid in the total mixture is less than 18%. If it is less than 18%, it means this is the total acid content. This is the total acid content. And it is less than 18%. 18%, 18 upon 100 of total mixture. On simplification, 72, it is 0.3x. 18 upon 100 means 0.18. Multiplying by this x, we will get 0.18x. 0.18 multiplying by with this 600, here it is. And then in the next, what is the product of 0.18 into 600? It is 108. It is 108. Again on simplification, see 0.3x minus 0.18x less than 108 minus 72. We will get 0.12 less than 36. And again on simplification of this, we will get the value of x, and this is the value of x. 12.12x means 12 upon 100. 0.12 can also be written as 12 upon 100. So 0.12x means 12 upon 100x less than equal to 36. And then on simplification, here we have the value of x, that is x is less than 300, and this is the second part of the question. In the first part, the value of x was greater than 120, and in this part the value of x is less than 300. Now combining these 2 points of these two statements, what is the correct solution set? The x is having the values less than 300, and according to this, x is having the values greater than 120. So our solution set for values of x is this one. This is the correct answer of the word problem that we have. Now after discussing this, and that's all for today's lecture, and thank you.